Hey guys, welcome to another episode, and today we're talking about the best synth that you never knew you had. Welcome to Musical Kinetics, and today we talk about all things musically related, from weird and wind instruments and all the way today to actually a software instrument that you can use on any hardware device that you have. Okay, so let me show you right here. Let's turn it in. So I am going, let me bring this closer. Okay, I'm going in on the iPad, and I'm actually going to an app. Let's go over to this app called Synth One. Now, if you don't know, Synth One is a free app. Let me bring you closer. Synth One is a free app, and what's beautiful about it is that once you connect your MIDI device, I connected the MIDI cable to the back. What I am about to do now is I'm about to use these keys to play that synth. Now, have in mind that there's one problem here. The one problem you will have at this point in time is that this device is also, at the same time it's playing this, it's also playing the onboard sound. So listen. So let me put off my own keyboard sounds. You hear that? So you hear a mix of the keyboard sounds and a mix of the inbuilt sound. So let me go to a sound that you can maybe hear the difference. 248. You can do it again. 248. Sure. You hear that? So I guess it might be a powerful way to blend. It might be a powerful way to blend instruments together. It might distract you a bit, but listen to this. So you get the idea. Now, if I want to make this actually interesting, I like this backdrop I had here. I'll come back to an analog kit later. Let me go over to like some other sounds. Actually, I actually didn't even realize what was happening. Okay, so do you know what is happening right now? So at the same time that this my controller is controlling the change of this instrument, it's also controlling the change of this instrument. I need you to see this. Okay. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm gonna look at that. What I'm gonna be changing. I'm gonna be turning this. And by the way, this is the Yamaha. What they call this again? The PSR E373. I made a video about the sounds on this thing already. Yamaha released a new one recently, but this is this one. And let me watch this. I'm turning this ones, and look at this. You see that? You see the sounds are changing, but not those just sounds are changing. These sounds are changing too. So it's like a combo effect. So. Octave shift is down. I don't know what octave shift is down. Let me go back now. funny because the actual arpeggiator mode is switched on this device. So put up the arpeggiator and listen. Are you seeing this? I don't know what to I'm sorry, let me not clip the vocals. I don't know what to say right now because this is so cool. Look at this. Literally, I just put on the arpeggiator mode on my controller and listen to how it affected the sound. Okay, so let's move on. So there's different banks of sound on the Synth One. You've seen me a video about this in the past, but it's a free download on an iPad, so you should check it out. Let me go to DJ Puzzle, try the gate pad, and yeah. Can you hear the arpeggiation? Okay, so this is actually cooler than I thought it was going to be. So let's try this. So so you're at a gig and you want to play something cool, but you just bring your Yamaha PSR and you want to add a synth engine to the whole thing. So what you just do is that you just pop this in. Okay, let me play on C sharp. This is the keyboard's raw sound. So at this point, you're already blending sounds at this point. 2 instruments, 2 keyboards at the same time. And if you want to add dual mode, let me go to a synth. I think synths are gonna make this thing sound more epic. So I'm gonna silence this one so you hear just a synth. You hear the synth? It sounds good, right? So now let me add this one into it. Listen. Okay, I don't know why this sound is doing that. Let me use someone else's sound. What's the Sounds of Israel? Done that. Let's hear. Let me show you something. Listen to it better. So literally, I can actually control from the screen too, or with the two together. Let's find something else. Something that's nicer. I think I should go back to 242 to the drum kits. So that's the problem here. So it switched the sound on me while, okay, so that's an issue here. So I typed in a code on this and this also switched. So I'm guessing this is going to work better on a keyboard that has different controls for MIDI and different controls for the onboard sounds. So some keyboards are have more separate functions. But what I'm seeing now is that as I'm changing the dial here on this particular keyboard, these sounds too are changing. So it's a constant fight to get the sound out. Let me go back here. So let's start. Let's turn a trumpet in there. Let's see what happens. Listen, but you hear that? So listen to the trumpet sound by itself. Add some DSP. Let me add some splits. Good, nice splits, and then some duals. And now throwing the synth on top of all that. Okay, that didn't work because it just clipped the signal. Let's hear. So I think you can mess with this thing a lot. You see that? I think this might be the best blend I've gotten so far. Let's pick up. Let's pick up some of the speakers. Nice. Okay. I don't know if you see the possibilities here of what I'm doing right now. And once I get something I like, there's an even extra possibility. Check this out. What if you take a synth from here that you like? Okay, are you following me? Stay with me. And then you take a sound from here that you like. Okay, then you do all this mashup blend. You record it into your interface. Okay, are you still following me? And then what you then do? Let me add some light. Where's light? And then what you then do is that you take all of this and you put it into a sampler. And then you use that sampler to create some patches that ultimately just become its own instrument. Check that out. Do you see what I'm talking about here? There's so many opportunities to blend sounds, layers upon layers of sound, that this combination gives you an infinite amount of sounds. It's blowing my mind now because it's going to take me years to fully understand the features of this combination. Now, this by itself, listen to this. By itself is great. But if I do this, watch. That just gives you a whole different dynamic. You can mess around with MFM volume. You can get away with things like softness, frequency, and all of a sudden I'm doing an organ. I'm already on an organ sounds, and I can glide mono legato. Watch this. I'm just gonna do this. This. So many layering of sounds. I guess what I want to do before we end this is let me go to some percussions plucked in a thin air. Let's add some drums. 242. That's why. 242. Let me bring this down and mix up. Just put it up. So I hope I've convinced you about the functionality about this particular setup. So I want you two things. One, leave a comment about what you think about this, if it's actually useful and you would actually ever use this in a real life setting or to sample like I just said you can. And the second thing I want you to do is let me know what exactly you do for your synths, how you do your sounds, how you prepare your sounds, how do you sample, do you do any of that stuff? Do you mix sounds? Do you blend? Have you ever used this Synth One app? And how did it turn out for you? And also, what else do you use your iPad Pro for? What else do you use that for in terms of mixing up sounds and how you're using your music production journey? So thank you for tuning in, and we'll end with this one. So let me play something. Oh, I think I'll try something. Let's actually demo a song. Would that work? Let's try. Listen to this. Have a wonderful day.